It says we can talk now.
We can talk. Hello from Wiltshire in England, then. It's nice to see you, David.
Yeah, you as well, Stephen. Hello from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Corinder's out there already saying, what episode is this one?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, we need to track back. It's definitely over the year by now.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't actually number the episodes.
Yeah, we never did. I don't know why.
No.
But
it'd be a heck of a task to go back and actually number them now.
Yeah. We'll just say episode over a year.
Season 2.
Season 2. There you go.
This is season 2, episode 1, Corinda.
Write it down.
Thank you for reminding us.
Well, Stephen, you've had a busy morning already.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be working on a Udemy course with RJ, so I was doing my bit. Basically, the way we're doing it, because it's very difficult to actually film anything side by side. Yeah.
This is for what?
For the bots for live streamers. So it's a course, it's beginner's guide to messenger bots for live streamers. And in the course itself, there are 3 or 4 different bots, all of which will help people who live stream. And the bot, we explain why it was created. We show it actually working. Oh. We show it how it's created. We give step-by-step instructions. And then finally, we give a template you can just copy if you wish. So each bot has those 5 steps in it. And then we talked about...
This is Facebook bots, you mean? Like ManyChat?
Yes, totally Facebook bots. Because it's all based around ManyChat, right. Which we both love and use on a daily basis. So the bots have been tried and tested on Facebook using ManyChat. And we're building this course. But obviously, part of the course we can actually do... RJ can work from her Mac and record herself, and I can work on my desktop, Windows desktop, and I can record myself, and you can do great quality broadcasts to go as lessons in the course. But the problem is you want to get the 2 of you side by side talking.
Right.
And the only way to do that is to go live. Now, until now, there's been nowhere of sufficient quality to allow us to do that. We've tried everything over the years, but it always comes out as you've got to put "we were live" underneath it to sort of explain the lack of quality. But now that we can go to Twitch, then we can go to Twitch, do a show, well, not a show, do a broadcast for 40 minutes. And Corinda was there when we were there on Friday. We do a broadcast for 40 minutes. We talk about 3 or 4 topics. And we put the topic up on screen, talk about it, and then put cut. Topic on screen, talk about it, cut. Download the video from Twitch, and then 40-minute video. I got 5 lectures out of it, and the quality of Twitch is good. Which brings us on to Twitch.
Okay. Can I ask you a question before we go there, though? Why wouldn't you just shoot the video each separately and then like drop it, share it in a Google Drive or something to somebody, and then just have them edit it in a program?
Well, we did. I'll tell you for why. We did a broadcast from Zoom, and it was side by side until you got to recording, and then you've got one person on screen, second person on screen, first person on screen, second person on screen, and it doesn't flow the same as if you're physically on the same screen together. Yeah, because you can't have a conversation. What you have is a series of monologues. Yeah, you're not actually talking to each other. So by going to Twitch, you're actually sat side by side. You can talk to each other as we're talking now, if we were going to Twitch. And the end result is you've got a conversation between 2 people about a particular topic.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah? Rather than swapping to and fro.
Right. There used to be a software, and I don't know if Skype does. I think Skype. I don't know if you can record Skype video calls yet or not.
Yeah, you can if you've got an add-on.
Oh, okay. There used to be a program called Uvu.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
I think it's disappeared now, but it was great because you could record. It was all built in, and I used to use it for interviews, and it was fantastic. And then I don't know what happened. They just they disappeared. FaceTime now on iOS. Oh yeah, sorry, you don't have an iOS.
No, I don't. No.
FaceTime, you can have multi-users on FaceTime now.
Uh-huh.
And you can record that as well.
Right. And what's the quality like?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
All right.
I
Okay.
haven't tried it. I would imagine I'd only be guessing, but I guess that would sort of depend on everybody's internet speed, right?
Yeah. Now, rumor has it that you're on Be Life Weekly today.
That I am?
Yeah. With Owen?
Not that I know of.
Oh, right. Okay.
Where did you hear that?
I can't possibly name my sources.
Okay.
But if you've not been, it's got to be in the wings. If it's not this week, it's got to be soon. Otherwise, I'm going to have to. That was good. That worked well. That was supposed to be an in for you to say, yes, I am.
Is there something for me to know? Sure. Yeah.
Looking forward to talking about Twitch. Right. And we're going to we'll come back to that. Corinda's got a comment.
I can't reach my foot.
And then we've got a comment in from Jason.
Yeah.
And
Quality
Jason,
looks good. Hello, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jason. I mean, the situation is that when David and I are broadcasting on Facebook and you catch us live or you catch us on the replay, the quality is good. We're not going to argue with that. Yeah. But the thing is that Facebook wants to keep you on Facebook, and we can live with that because they give us so much in return. But if you download the video, if this video is downloaded and then put on YouTube, it will not be the same quality. And that's a decision taken by Facebook, so that you will stay on Facebook rather than going on other platforms. And we've been looking for somewhere that's got the same quality on the download as on the live or replay. And Twitch is that place. Over to you, David.
Do you think Facebook will ever smarten up and change that?
Well, there are two reasons. One is that repurposing the video gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
They'd rather you embed the video. If you've got a WordPress blog and you want to put your latest video on your blog, then the easiest way to do it is to take the embed code out of Facebook and just stick it in the blog, write a little about it, and then post your blog and job done. Or alternatively, if you want to go cleverer than that, then you can use the WordPress plugin by Andy Mura, Simple Social Press, which is a mouthful, Simple Social Press, and that will take every broadcast that you do on Facebook direct to your blog. Now, with doing 5 broadcasts a week at least, that's the way I do it. I actually run Simple Social Press, and it just takes all the videos straight across to WordPress with the comments, and it simply works. So to preserve the quality, it means you've actually got to use an embed rather than download and upload the video. And if you've got a video channel on Vimeo or any sites like that, uploading Facebook video, you will not get the views because people say, well, that's not very good quality, is it? And then you turn around and say, well, no, it's not.
Yeah. Well, it's an ever-changing world that we're in, this live streaming world, Facebook and, YouTube, and of course now Twitch is, I'm loving Twitch. I really enjoy Twitch. I mean, last night, like my Twitch talk, it starts at 8 o'clock, and I typically, I like it to go to at least 11, but the difference that I find there too, is I have a start time. I don't necessarily have an end time.
Right. Okay.
Like you've heard me say, like I like them to go like 3 hours or more, right? Mm-hmm. That takes a bit of, as far as a talk show goes, it takes a bit of planning to have some people in there, but I always have a couple of people planned, but then others just show up and they're not afraid to get on camera and join the conversation. And it's just people hanging out, talking, and it just goes on for hours.
And it lends itself to that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that is same with the gaming. Like, when I do gaming, like I typically, my gaming, I've been like, okay, I'm going to do 8 to 10. Now I do 8 till I've had enough. And that could be 3-4 hours, right?
Yeah.
So it's I know you've heard me say it a lot, but they're two different animals completely. There's nothing really other than the live side of things. There's nothing really similar about them. Like the videos, for example, as you and I know, most of our views on this show will come after we're done being live. It'll keep being watched after. Whereas a 1 hour or more video on Twitch, while it's recorded, that video won't get a lot of views after the fact. Most of the activity comes when you're live.
Because it's a platform that there are so many live shows to actually watch. Why would you watch a recording?
Yeah,
that's the sort of approach. I mean, 24/7, you can just pick a show that you want, because there has to be said, one of the things that is impressive about your Twitch is that you can easily search for things, you can find videos, you can find topics, you can filter. The front page shows you some of the shows that are live. It's got an excellent directory, which is something we've been after for years.
Yeah, for sure. Now the clips, on the other hand, when you clip a 30-second clip, that's what will get you views after the fact. Unless you use, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a feature, you don't get it. It used to be available to everybody, but now you don't get it until you become affiliate. It's called reruns. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware of that. I looked it up this morning. I wanted to know how to do it, and then I discovered you can't because you're not an affiliate, which is my time. It's my turn to say shout out. I'm trying, like David, I want to be an affiliate, and to do so, I need 50 people following me on Twitch. This is not a plea, but if you want to go over to Twitch and just follow me, that would be good. I want to count down. I'm counting down. I've got 10 to go. So I'm heading the right way.
Well, I'll make sure I put a shout out in the Discord. You do get one of the nice things about my Discord is I take some of my favorite people and I can set it up so that when you go live, it automatically shows up in my Discord that so-and-so is live now. So hopefully
like I gave you a shout out last night, but of course there's nobody in my Discord at the moment. So the only person who saw it was me.
Oh, okay.
So it is set up.
I didn't know. Oh, you have a Discord now. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have
it's a silent Discord.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You'll have to let me know when it's set.
I will.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking. I am thinking. Genuinely, I am thinking.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the weekend was a time for reflection, wasn't it? Because globally, because it's 100 years since the armistice was signed, bringing an end to the First World War. It was a time for reflection throughout the world, and throughout the UK there were ceremonies in each and every town, and then in London was the gathering, which was why there were 70 world leaders got together in France, because that's where the armistice was signed, but all our leaders were in the UK. So obviously a political decision there. I don't know whether it's connected with anything, but they all paid tribute to those who've allowed us to be where we are today. Now, you wrote about filming, sir.
Sorry,
you were filming the day?
Yes. We normally have our groups march down the street to a cenotaph that we have here in a park. And this year, because it was 100 years, they changed that a bit. They marched down, stopped at that cenotaph, but then carried on 2 more blocks down to a local arena here, where they had very interesting. Oh, I wish I'd had this ready. There's a picture on my Facebook page on my personal timeline. Actually, I think it's on the show page too. Okay. Some local high school students recreated a duplicate to the cenotaph that's in our park. It's made out of wood, but with the soldier on top and everything, but if you look at it, it looks identical, and it's identical down to the names and everything that are on it. So they created that for this ceremony in the Sarnia Arena. There's probably a couple thousand people in there. And yes, I was there live streaming the event. I didn't quite get the start of it. I had some technical issues, but we got everybody in there, and you got to see everybody exit as well, which is, the march and the pipe band's always very powerful.
Yeah, that shows the power of local live broadcasting. because you've got a situation like that where you're having the ceremony, and if you're able to get there, you can. But there are many people who were being honoured and thanked who weren't able to get there. And the fact that you were broadcasting out is, well, it's just an amazing public service.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I had a lot of people compliment to that fact, saying that, I'm in the hospital and I can't watch, or my mother's in the nursing home, or my father. There was all kinds of different. It was so packed, actually, that people were standing in the lobby of the arena. And I had a couple of them send me messages saying, "Hey, thanks. We were in the arena. We couldn't get in, but we were at least able to watch it on our phone from your broadcast." So, that was, so it made me feel pretty good to be able to do that. I don't have anybody in my family that I know that was in any of the wars, but I've always was taught the importance of it. And it's just a really important day to, people say, "Oh, today we're having a celebration." I don't know if the word celebrate is.
That's the thing that got me. I'm celebrating. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you're actually celebrating the fact that peace was made, but you're remembering the fact that so many died.
Yeah, so and I know I was talking to our local Legion here, and they were telling me there's like 26 or 27,000 Canadians that are still unidentified.
Yeah.
So that means there's how many families out there that never knew what happened, right? So anyway, it was good. It was good to be able to do that. I like to be able to do that. And Corinder, I just shared the my Discord link. If you do want to join my Discord, there it is on your screen, but it's also on the Facebook page. And it was a great stream. It turned out really well. So glad to be able to do that.
And if you're watching us, thank you very much. If you're not watching on the Video Show Network page, could you please click the link up above our heads,
above the horns?
That will bring you straight to the page. We never ignore people. If you're not on the TVSM page, can you click the link above? Even if you are on the TVSM page, click the link above, and that will bring you directly into the show. And when you make a comment, we're able to see it. And as David has just done, display it on the screen. And that's on my wish list, not for Christmas, is that for Facebook to actually make it so. I mean, they've got the technology. It's just a question of actually doing it, that you can actually, wherever you are on a cross-posted post, you can actually see all the comments.
Well, what I find interesting, it's funny you say that, because you know what? Let's try a test here.
Okay. We're live.
I'm going to go over to my personal timeline, because I'm on my personal timeline and I see the comments on my personal timeline that people have made.
Yeah.
Including one that I just posted. But if I say,
okay.
See if, hang on a second, I get that right.
All right. The suspense.
See, there it is. I see it. I see it in the chat right here. So I went to my personal timeline and I typed in "Steven is awesome," and I'm seeing it here as the producer in our chat.
Okay, just a minute. Let me.
And this has been on my mind for some time. Hey, Kelly's here. That's awesome. So, and maybe, Kelly or Corinder, if you'd do me a favor, if you would go over to my group, the show live, my group, not the page. I think it's there.
No, Kelly, you're not a bot. We know that.
Well, it's here enough for it. Yeah. I think I have this in my group as well.
Yeah. And Corinda's saying hello to Kelly. Kelly's saying he's here.
So this broadcast is over in my group, and it's also on my personal timeline. So if somebody would go there and type something in, because I
Right.
typed.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering if it's because I'm the Video Show Network that it allowed that to happen, or if it
No,
happened.
if you look at the comments now, you see the second one down is from me.
There you go. And where did you do that?
I did that on my page, on my personal profile.
Right.
Now, the reason that's working is because you tagged us both in the original post.
Our name. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you tag somebody, when you tag somebody and they accept it onto their timeline, it's the same post.
Ah.
Yeah? When you cross post, it creates an entirely new post, and the two Facebook knows they're connected, but anybody watching doesn't. So that's why we've got to put a link in. Yeah.
So, okay, Corinda's saying, and it worked.
Yeah.
So, Corinda or Kelly, can you go? I'm still curious.
Okay.
And he says he went on group.
Right. Okay. Now, how are you sharing into the group?
How what?
How are you actually getting it into the group?
I just shared it from.
All right. Okay.
Wherever I shared it from. I think I shared that one from my personal timeline over to the group, actually.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's working then. You don't think it is?
No, because if I go to, I'm going to Be Live in 5 page, and to everybody who's watching us now, thank you. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to get the recording.
Because Chris saying he did it in the group, so why did it work for him?
I'm pressing play. So I'm on the Be Live in 5 page now.
Okay.
And I can see just a minute. I've got a problem. Let me just take care of the problem.
Uh-oh.
All right, I've got right. Okay, sorry. Whew, panic over. I had 2 sets of sound. Right. Okay. Now the thing is that Kelly went to Be Live in 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alaya went to Be Live in 5. Yep. And Patricia went to Be Live in 5.
Okay.
On the post on Be Live in 5, you can see a see more button, and underneath that is to share your comments or join us on camera. Be sure to be watching from this direct link. And if you click that link, Kelly's already done it, but Alaya and Patricia, if you are watching live, then if you click the link to share your comments, then you should be with us. Now, so if I comment, I'm going to comment on my page now. I'm going to say hello, and I'm commenting of myself, and I'm going to comment as the page 2. So do you see 2 comments coming through from me? No, I don't think so.
No.
Right. Okay. So my Christmas wish is that cross-post comments be available on the main page, and then that made life a lot easier. But again, thank you to Patricia and to Alaya and Kelly, who did find his way here.
Here I was all excited.
I know, but it will happen one day because cross-posting is working so well. They will no doubt improve it.
Well, it makes you wonder why they don't do it. What would be there must be some reasoning of some sort behind it.
I don't know. I mean, technically, there is no reason why they shouldn't, because they're actually Let's go through what they do. Yeah. We create a post on Facebook using BeLive.tv, stage 1. Mm-hmm. Then, if we want, we can tag people in that post. If we tag people in that post, it will go onto their timeline. Okay, mm-hmm. So far so good. Then we cross-post. Now, when we cross-post, Facebook then takes that original post, A, and puts a new post on B, C, D, E, F, etc. But it's a totally new post. Facebook knows that the first post relates to the second, third, fourth, and fifth, but the second, third, fourth, and fifth don't know about it. Just gets a bit complicated. Mm. So, but they could do it if they wanted to.
Maybe they don't know it doesn't work. Maybe they missed it.
Well, true. I've seen talking of that, I've seen ghosts from time to time where I've been going back to the video whilst we've been broadcasting, when I've been broadcasting, and I've seen comments from people from other posts. Now, it could have been my memories, I don't know. I think it's possible. So I don't know, but let's hope they do. And YXZ, says Corinda.
Right, XYZ, I think is what he meant. And he says, did you know now Work API works on group?
No, I didn't. I did. Well, Will Be Live is in the group, so yes, yeah. And other broadcasters and other systems like repurpose.io now work into groups again, so that's a lot better than it was.
You know, repurpose.io works so well that I forget about it.
Okay, that's good.
No, I mean, that's good. Like, what I'm saying is, I have it all set up and it does everything I want it to do, and I don't have to go back and do anything, and I just kind of forget it's there because it works so awesome. I'm only reminded when I get the bill every month, and that's and I look at it and go, oh yeah, and I don't complain about it because it saves me a whole lot of time.
It does. It saves a large number of hours, because for every video you've got to, if you did it manually, it'd be taking an hour.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I have more videos that get shared and are repurposed because I have repurposed where I wasn't even doing it at all before, because I was like, this is a pain in the ass and I don't want to do this. And like all my Sting clips, they all get shared up to a specific playlist on YouTube, and the hockey fans, if they want to go check it out after the fact, they just go there, and I'd share that. It's awesome. Thank you, Annie.
Corinda, do you have a call to action for everybody? Corinda will know what I mean. I know he will. Okay. It's something we don't do very often these days, but it is helpful.
I need a poll question. Let's use the poll.
Okay, a poll question.
Stephen or somebody in the audience, give me a question to poll. Something positive and polite.
Okay. Okay, a question for the poll, and we'll ask everybody who's watching, and it would be interesting to see the reaction. Well, first of all, we need the question. If you don't give us a question, then David and I are going to do it, and that's you really do want to suggest a question for us, something you'd like the answer to. David and I can actually take part in the poll, so we'll go over there and we'll answer too.
Kevin Jack was out there clicking the like button. No wonder. I feel we miss Kevin. We miss you on screen.
Yeah, we haven't seen him Kevin for ages, have we?
I had a phone call conversation with him the other day, but
right.
That was just I just called him randomly out of the blue. I think I woke him up, actually. He was probably looking after his little one, and they went down for a nap, and he probably said, I'm going to take this opportunity to sleep.
Right.
What platform is your preferred? Oh, sorry, I should put this up. Yeah. What platform is your preferred for live broadcasting? Simple.
That's the question.
Well, for talk show, this is BeLive. This is what we use. It's nice and simple, and it's all pre-done. You just create a broadcast and share a link, and people can join you on camera. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to join us on camera, Jason, Corinda, anybody, just type guest in the link below, or in the comments below, and you'll be sent to. Our bot will send you a link that you can use to join.
Okay. I think also, Jason, that would make a good poll question. What do you think?
Well, except that, what are the answers?
BeLive, BeLive, or BeLive. No, if we go BeLive. Oh, right. Okay. It's not the means, is it? It's where you enjoy broadcasting. So you could go BeLive, Twitch, YouTube. Sorry, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube.
Okay. Or what platform? Okay, right. Not what software. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So whilst David's doing that, it then takes a minute to set it up. You can do live polls from within BeLive.tv when you are live. Now, good tip is to actually put the text for the polls in your agenda before you go live. Then you can just cut and paste. This is an on the fly poll, so there's no way that could be done. So David is typing away as he enters Jason's question, and then David will take the poll live and be able to see your answers during the live show. Now, it can be a situation where you could actually, if you do pre-prepare, you could actually put a quiz together along the lines of a pub quiz, but with multiple choice answers, so that you can say, right, okay, I'm trying to find a question to which you could have 4 possible answers. Okay, where do you find kangaroos? And the answers are England, Canada, the USA, and Australia. And they mark Australia, hopefully, as the correct answer, so that people can actually take it as a quiz and can actually know whether they're right or wrong straight away. And then you put the next questions together. So we could have an online version of a pub quiz where we give the answers as multiple choice. That might be something to do for a quick 20 minutes part of the show. Yeah. Who never knows?
Kind of like, will the Leafs ever win the cup?
Yep. Okay.
I don't. It doesn't matter to me. So the poll is up there. What platform is preferred for live broadcasting? And if you want to vote, if you're on mobile, it should pop up at the bottom of your screen. If you're on desktop, you have to click on the live broadcast, click more, and it'll come up large. And then in the top right corner, there'll be a little purple icon you'll be able to click on.
I voted.
Did you?
I've just voted.
Okay.
There you are. Okay. And this is the interesting thing. Yeah. I voted on the Be Live in 5 page.
So that works everywhere.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. So Jason is making a couple of comments here while we're waiting for people. So he says, well, yeah, because around Starnia, we found the demographic tunes into Facebook the most. So to make that a little more clear, Jason, I'm wondering what you mean. So because around Starnia, we've found who's we and what demographic, right? Because then he goes on to say Twitch is better for the gamer educated user. If you're playing games, yeah, Twitch is probably better than Facebook. But Twitch is not just about games anymore. There's a lot more. Like I do a talk show on there, and there's all kinds of different categories. So there's lots of different things happening on Twitch. It's not just for gamers anymore. So, but I'm curious as to what you meant, Jason, by we have found. Like, what do you base that on? How do you know that I'm assuming he's talking about where we live here in Sarnia, this demographic. I'm curious what he means by what demographic. So,
right. Okay. Now, question.
Yeah.
What does Canada? Right. Okay. Next week is Thanksgiving, yeah, in the USA.
Yeah.
Followed by Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Cyber Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't have Thanksgiving.
Right.
But we do have Black Friday and Cyber Monday. What about in Canada?
Yeah, Black Friday is I guess we do kind of do it here in Canada. It's more of an American thing, but we're right on the border, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Cyber Monday, yeah, we do Cyber Monday for sure.
Yeah. So do you get yourself ready for the Black Friday sales? The car's revving its engine in the drive and you're racing off to the shops before anybody else?
Nope. I let Jennifer do that. if she wants.
Yeah.
Usually when we're spoiled because we live on the border, right? I mean, some people, you shouldn't go over there. You should shop local. You know what? I shop local as much as I can afford to shop local.
Right.
Because there are just some things I'm happy to support local. But I shop local as much as I can. I
Yeah,
don't know how else
yeah.
to say it.
That's all you can do. I mean, we've got a situation here in Devizes where the supermarkets have the best prices, and at the end of the day, if you're actually shopping, you want to shop at the best price. And if two shops have the same product, you go on price.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'll give you an example. And I took a kicking for this from a few people, but whatever. So I bought my new computer.
Okay. Yep.
And actually, the computer that I bought before I bought this one, I went to probably 1, 2, 3, 4 computer shops here in town, independently owned.
Yeah.
A couple have been around for 20 plus years. And I went in and I'd already gone somewhere else, a major corporate place, and found exactly what I wanted at that major corporate place.
Right.
And I went into all these different, I spent the day going around and said, this is what I want. And 2 of them were like, can't even come close to that. And the other 2 were like, yeah, I could do it, but I'm only going to make $20, so you're not really worth my time.
And that's, yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know what? If it would have been me, if I'd have come close, and even if I only made $20, $30, I would have done the deal, because maybe the next time you want to buy a new hard drive or you need a repair or something, you'll remember me and go, you know what? I'm going to go back to that guy because he took me on. Yeah. Nobody wanted to do it. So I was like, you know what? Too bad. Sorry. And I went to the big place and bought my computer.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you went in there is more than most would do. And I agree with everything you just said, because as a local supplier, what you want to do is to serve local people, give good customer service so that everybody comes back.
Yeah, that's right.
And on the one hand, he's very honest to actually say, I only make $20. And that, in all truth, that is probably what he's made, because the margins on hardware are so slight that I empathize with that. But in order to actually get your customer in the future for everything that you need in the future and to become a reliable supplier, and it's not only that, it's not what you just said. It's also the fact that if you asked when you're out and about, you say, I've got a new computer. Where do you get it from? Why did you get it from there? And it's opportunity lost, isn't it?
And even at the last place that I went to, and Jennifer kind of got mad at me because I was probably a little rude, only because it was probably the last place I went to and I was already getting irritated from the first 3. And the guy he goes, oh, well, what are you using it for? And I said, I'm using it for video editing, blah, 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 blah. Oh, that won't be good enough. I said, listen, I've already done my research. I already know this isn't my first computer. This isn't my first time video editing. I know what I need for me and what will work for me. So please don't try to sell me anything else. For this, what I'm asking for, forget that I'm even asking for it for whatever purpose. This is what I want. And he just went off telling me stories, whatever. And I said, are you going to tell me what you can do for this? And he was just, and I said, I just walked out. It was like, she's like, you were rude. I'm like, oh, rude. He's not even answering my question. If I say I want 8 gigabyte of RAM, I want 8 gigabyte of RAM. I don't want 12. I don't want 6. I want 8.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway.
True story.
And it's just, and again, around here in Sarnia, there's always talk about shop local. And I get that they probably have to try a little harder than most because we're right on the border. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're not entitled to my business because you're an independent local business. Yeah. I'll give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Indeed. We have a chain of electrical shops, which are also computer shops, national chain. And if you go into their showroom, you can see, I'm not kidding here, you can probably see about 24 computers on display desktops, and then you've got the Apples, and then you've got the laptops, and then you've got the notebooks, and then you get the picture. So it's stuff full of computers. And you go in there, as you said, David, with the list of what you're looking for, and you go around the machines and you find the one that gets closest to your spec. Now, this particular time, which is about 3 years ago, I wanted a machine, Angelica wanted a laptop. So 2 different sets of specs. We're walking around the store. We found the desktop I was looking for, and we found the laptop that Angelica wanted. Right. I said to the sales guy, I said, I'll take this machine. It's exactly what I want. And I'm happy with the price. You don't have to do anything extra. And he turned around and said, well, you can't have it. I said, well, exactly. Why can't I have that PC? Well, the only one we've got is the one that's on display. We don't have anything at all in the warehouse now. It's sort of a just in time for shops. So you can go into the shop, you can look at all the computers, and you can't take one away with you because this quite simply don't have stock. So what do you think I did? I left the shop. We got home. We took the specs that I had. I went onto Amazon.co.uk, shout out to Amazon, and I entered the specs that I want. I found a desktop and a laptop at the right price. I pressed pay and I paid, and 2 days later, the desktop and laptop arrived. And I had a greater choice on Amazon than I did in the store. And the thing about it is, in the store, with operating just in time, is that customers go to shops to buy stuff. Okay, if you're buying a fridge or a freezer or a washing machine, you can't take it away with you. But if if it's a computer and it's in a box, then why can't you just lift it up and just go? Crazy.
Wow. So they want to keep it so they have a display model. So then what, you have to order it?
Yeah.
And then it comes in like, so they're like they'd be better off. They'd be better off having 4 or 5 consoles where you could walk into the store. They could be an Amazon affiliate. People could walk into the store because they're like, I want something and I don't have my computer with me. But I mean, you can even do that from your phone now, right? I mean, I got Amazon app on my phone. I know there's a lot of stores out there that they're trying to stay alive because you can go on Amazon and order it. I have a few stores. There's a local music store that I deal with, Pickers Alley. Shout out Pickers Alley.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want it today, like a microphone cable or something like that. Does it cost me more money to go get it here at Pickers Alley than online? Probably sometimes. But the guy that works there, I went to high school with him. I've known him for years. We have a great relationship.
Yes, that's key.
And I've gone in many times and said, hey, I see it online for this. And he'll go, man, I can't do it. And I'll go, well, how much more is yours? And if it's $5 or $10 or something more, I go, you know what? Just bring it out here. I'll take it. But that's becoming harder and harder. And like I know here in town at Walmart, Best Buy, Staples, you walk into their store and there's a sign out front or a poster on the doors when you're walking in encouraging you to go online and check their online store. Why do you think they're doing that? They're encouraging you to go online and buy so that eventually they can close their store.
That's it. Eventually you won't be able to walk around. I mean, one of the things that I rarely buy online is clothing. Yeah. Because you want to try it on. If you want a 15-hour collar, no problem. I can order that from anywhere. But if you're after jeans, then you want to try them on, make sure they fit. If you're after shoes, you certainly want to try them on because everybody's sizes are slightly different. So we need physical stores to actually go and shop. And just anybody watching in Devisors, if you want to open a men's clothing store in Devisors, half the population of Devisors want you to do it because we haven't got a gents clothing store. in devices. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what's interesting about that is the clothing industry online is one that continues to grow up and to the right.
Yeah.
It's more and more people are buying their clothes online, and I'm like, well, I don't get it. And it's like, well, you know what? You ordered it, it's there in a couple of days. Like if it's not something you need today, you're like, oh, I like that. Buy it, it comes, you try it on, it fits, you're good to go. If not, you throw it back in the box, you leave it on your porch, they pick it up and take it back. I get it. I'm happy to go in and I talked about this with Jennifer the other day, actually, because she's like, well, I want to try it on. I said, think about this for a minute. I said, you go to the store. How many times does she go to the store without me and buys me a shirt or a pair of jeans or shoes, or she buys all my clothes? I hardly ever go with her. And then she brings it home and then I try it on. And if it doesn't fit, like she'll go to the States every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So how is that any different than me ordering it online? It's here in 2 days. I try it on. I don't like it. I send it back.
No, it's personal choice. And a comment from Kelly.
Yes, I see that. He says you could. I'm slacking on my producing skills here. You could buy a Dell or pay monthly for one with interest. Yeah, one with interest. How much interest?
That's it. That's the killer. That's the killer. It's interest. I read it the other way. I read that slightly differently. This is because of our take on things. And I read that you could buy a Dell computer or pay monthly for one with interest.
Right.
Dells are so expensive that you would pay monthly for them. You wouldn't just buy them right out. And if you compare, I'm looking at PC at the moment. And if you take a gaming PCs are far cheaper than sort of the Dells and compacts. Well, the Dells of this world.
Define cheaper, because I know what I paid. I know what I paid for
okay, they are cheaper in terms of build. Okay, right. I mean, I was looking today, and for a 16 gig of RAM and a terabyte of storage, you can get one in the UK for about £850, which is roughly $1,100.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the CPU on that? Is it an i7 or?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
But it's a gaming machine, so it's got to be pretty fast. I don't know.
Well, mine's I can't remember now, but it was built for gaming, but it still has its moments where I say to Jason, I'm like, oh, this still isn't good enough. It's like, well, now you're trying to play that and stream at the same time, and it's like, yeah. I'm already having to buy another computer.
Well, it is a problem because not just in that particular instance, but earlier today we were live on Twitch with Alfredo.
Right.
And Alfredo was actually streaming through OBS. And what happened was that his computer froze. Yeah. Because the power that OBS needs, the power that Chrome needs, it balked his machine. So he had to restart it. And we know about that. We know that we're still in a situation where processors take a high load on the CPU. And the other thing is that if you're continually running your CPU between 90 and 100%, it ain't going to last as long as it should.
Yeah. Well, curiously, I hope this doesn't mess anything up. Hang on.
Okay, we're good.
So there, task. Pull up because Google Chrome is a hog.
Yep.
So I've got. I've got over here. I've got Google Chrome. I've got our video open but muted. Yeah. And I've got, of course, the Be Live open here. I've got my iTunes open, which is taking 0 right now. I should actually have that closed. I've been a bad boy. I didn't close everything before. I've got my Discord running.
So Discord's taking 6%.
Discord's taking it's between 1.6 and 2%. and Google Chrome is using 75%.
Now, you see, I'm just a guest here, so Google Chrome is using 52%.
Right.
And it's because you're the host.
My CPU's been jumping from 82 to 93. Now,
yeah,
I don't need to have, I only opened this Facebook one with our video open so I could vote. So I can close that. We're going to go from 73% to
wait for it.
We're down to 50%. It's crazy, right? And I've got another tab that's doing nothing open. I'll close it.
Okay. Now, the Snagit editor on mine is taking up memory as well. We're doing a live test here.
Yeah.
And removing things. Twitch is taking up memory too. So I can close Twitch. I'm taking up CPU. There are some programs. I've put Manycam's there as well. I'm going to close Manycam. Right. Okay. That's a superb spec, Kelly. In fact, I'm going to take that spec. I'm going to go to Amazon with it and see what I can get. Yeah, and I agree that no matter what horse you're actually running, you're going to come up against a situation where the combination of software that you're actually using actually does eat up your CPU. I mean, the thing though is to go into Task Manager, go to the Startup tab, look at the things that automatically start up, and if you're not going to use anything that particular day since you rebooted, then just close it. And in addition to that, set it not to start up automatically. Now, I've just mentioned Discord starting automatically, and Twitch starting automatically, and Snagit starting automatically. You're saving yourself milliseconds when you actually, well,
yeah,
it's a personal choice, but you can save both processor time.
Like I'm at 56% CPU right now.
Yeah, that's good.
That's because I was at like 90, but just by closing a couple programs, I brought it down, which I should. I normally would do that anyway. So, Kelly, what's he say? He says I bought the Dell all-in-one Core i5.
That's a darn good spec. I like that spec.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, just let me copy and paste. I'm going to copy the Dell Inspiron 2350. I'm going to give you what it actually costs if you actually buy it in the UK. Because we get stung. The price that you pay in dollars, whether they're Canadian or US dollars, we actually pay in pounds. Yeah, right. And this all started back in the days of software, where software was the same price in USA and the same price in the UK, dollar to pound. Now at that time, the dollar to pound, every pound was worth $2, so we were getting really stung. But we do get stung on everything. Admittedly, it's got to cross the Atlantic, but I'm only getting a hang on. I've got a price, Kelly, just to. It says it's not available, but and I can't find that spec. That's obviously we don't. We also get the computers far after, long after you do. So that spec's not available in the UK yet.
Well, I'm using an AMD FX 4300 quad core processor. That's 3800 megahertz.
Yeah. Dual
core 4 logical processor. So it's a bit of a kick-ass. And I got 8 gigabyte of RAM, but I've also got 12 gigabyte of RAM on my graphics card.
So, right.
Which is NVIDIA.
Okay. So you got a beast.
Yeah, or you like to call it Ninja.
Ninja, right. You got a Ninja PC.
So looking at our poll here, Stephen, we've got 50%. Oh, somebody else just voted. 50% say Twitch. 17% YouTube, and 33% are saying Facebook, and nobody picked Twitter.
So that's good. We've got 6 votes. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
I'd be curious to know why people picked what they picked. If you pick Twitch, why do you prefer Twitch over anything else? And if you picked Facebook, why do you prefer Facebook? And YouTube, why do you prefer YouTube? If you want to just throw that in the comments below real quick. Look at that time. We've still got some time left, but it's just like.
You said we were going for 4 hours.
Well, hey, I can go up till about 3 o'clock.
You've got your schedule. You're okay. And I've got a town hall meeting tonight. I've got a town hall meeting in an hour's time.
Oh, a town hall meeting. Are you the mayor?
No. We just use one of the rooms at the town hall. Pardon me. I'm chair of the twinning committee.
Of the what committee?
Twinning.
The twinning.
We are twinned with Mayenne in France and Weimlingen in Germany. And every year we visit each other.
And what do you do?
It basically stems from the 1960s, and its sole aim is to bind countries together. So basically, to give you a rundown, on a Friday evening, our guests from Germany and France will arrive in devisors, and they have a reception, and we then take our guests off home, because you actually stay with residents of devisors. So you stay in somebody's home from Friday night until Monday morning. On the Saturday morning, we have a visit to a local business or place of interest, and we've got plenty of places of interest around here. And then Saturday afternoon, there are entertainments put on for everybody. And Saturday evening is a gala ball, or we're in England, we're in devisors. It's actually a dance, and it's a barn dance when we normally. So basically, you've got about 250 people from 3 different countries, all intermingling, mixing, enjoying good food, and having the odd glass of wine. And then on Sunday, we have official visits, official lunches, and again, there are entertainments put on throughout the weekend. You look after your guests on the Saturday night and on the Sunday night, and then on the Monday morning, they travel back to France and Germany. And they come over to us. We go to France, we go to Germany, but it's family to family. It's organised by the individual towns with the aid of twinning committees. And twinning committees the members are volunteers who are interested in twinning, who actually act as hosts for people who come to stay.
Okay.
And we actually steer everything. It's a steering committee.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you.
What a fantastic, what a great concept that countries get together and get along.
Well, it's doubly important now with everything that's taking place. So it's good to actually be part of it. And
yeah, you've got a lot going on over there.
We have. We're not talked about it for a while. I don't intend to start now.
Yeah, that's good. That's all right. I wish you the best with all of it.
Thank you.
Linda's jumping in. Linda Mann saying hello, Linda. I don't see her picture though. Do you see her picture? No. Maybe she just doesn't have one.
Hello, Linda. I can see a picture, and yeah, we're good.
See, now I'm trying to put her comment up on screen, and it's not showing up.
I showed. Yeah, I can see the different comments.
It's not showing up in my back end.
It
moves the screen.
Yeah.
I put Kelly back up there, and he's there. Isn't that weird?
All right. Okay.
So what do you got going on? I know you got your town hall meeting, but you're live. You're live every morning on Twitch now, right? Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock.
I'm trying my best at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tuesdays I live here, 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. That's myself and Fons Chamberlain. Fons is out and about somewhere in Cambridgeshire with his iPhone 6, and rather than the camera being pointed at him, it's pointed at where he is and where he's going, and he will tell us the history of the place that he's actually visiting. So that's the show tomorrow.
Awesome. And coming up November 23rd, a 12-hour broadcast with Fons to raise money and awareness for
bladder cancer.
Fight against bladder cancer, yeah, which you and I will be a part of. It's a 12-hour live broadcast. It sounds like NB Live's involved as well. They're sponsoring it.
Correct.
I believe. And I think he's got some local support from Cambridge as well. And all around the world, right? From me to you to everywhere. So,
yeah, we're all there, and the aim is for it. Fonz is happy for people to watch the 12-hour marathon, any part of it or all of it, and he's actually collecting on behalf of bladder cancer charity. And the only thing he asks is, "Can you give $1?" And that's it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm looking forward to being a part of that. All right. Well, and for me later today, as always, 3:30 Eastern, I have my local community show, the show live with David Burrows. We've got our guest from Rotary is going to be here. They've got their annual Rotary auction coming up. And then I've got some cast members from a local theater group of Miracle on 34th Street. They're going to be joining me.
I enjoyed the film. I mean, watching the live interpretation is going to be good.
Yeah, we have a fantastic theater group here in Sarnia. And then coming up, my final guest, and I'm really excited about it because I've finally been able. He's 10 years old. We have a program here in Canada called Canada's Smartest Person. Mm-hmm. And now they've created Canada's Smartest Person Junior. And we have a 10-year-old Liam Henderson who's from Sarnia, who's been on the show.
Right.
And he's getting quite a lot of fame and attention. I've known him and his family for a couple of years. He's actually commentated some lacrosse games. He's joined me on my hockey show. And that's what he wants to be as a broadcaster. And now he's been on there. So we've got an interview with him today. We had to go through a lot of hoops to allow for CBC to allow us to even interview him, because he's got a lot of rules he's got to follow. So he's going to be joining us. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for him and his family because his dreams are coming true. So that's exciting. So that's later today, 3:30 this afternoon.
Enjoy the show. Yeah. From Wiltshire in England, it's goodbye from me, and see you all during the week. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen, and everybody who's watching. Thank you for joining us here. We're here every Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern. And if you enjoyed the show, in the comments below, give us a 10. And if you didn't like the show, do nothing but come back next Monday and give us another chance. And if you're watching the replay, type replay down below, and we will look forward to the next time we see each other. Take care of each other. Bye for now.